So talking about the relief that's in place, there was a little revamping of the SME, Small Medium Enterprise Support Program, because in the very beginning, it was underutilized or under-accessed because people said it was too complicated. It was a very dense process and information had to be presented in GST and PST and Work Safe BC and had to see a 70% loss of business, all that sort of thing. So you revamped that. You listened to chambers like ours who asked that to happen, and it did. So since you've sort of lessened the criteria for that, have you had more uptake on that program? Because there's
thanks. Thanks
Sorry,
for
go
that,
ahead.
Bruce, and really appreciate the feedback that your organization provided as well to that revamping. You know, when I became minister, the very first thing I did was say to the team, listen, go out and find out from the stakeholders what we can do to make this program more inclusive and accessible for businesses. The purpose wasn't to get money and hoard it. The purpose was to get it out to as many businesses as we can support as possible. And we, as you mentioned, adopted all the recommendations that came. And you know, what we know was we had just about 1,500 applications or so that came in pre the changes late in December. Since then, we've seen well over 6,000 applications come in just the last few weeks. And so that means there's a huge pickup. Two things I'll highlight. One is there was a lot of misunderstanding in the beginning of the program because a lot of businesses thought it was a loan. And businesses were kind of saying, listen, we don't need any more loans. Like, you know, there's enough loans. We need financial support. And so we understood that. And that's why the program was created. And so we're trying to get that word out that it's non-repayable. And the second thing, which we did just a few weeks ago without any big fancy press releases, was that we changed, we're constantly adapting the program and the process according to feedback we get. And one of the big changes we've made is now small businesses or medium-sized businesses can go to their own accountant or their own bookkeeper and have them do the recovery plan to help them in applying for the grant. And we will pay the bookkeeper and the accountant directly up to $2,000 to do the work. So that takes a lot of burden off small businesses and makes the process much more streamlined. And we've seen that be certainly a big pickup. And just lastly, I'll say, Bruce, is that we have one of the most comprehensive support packages in the country. Alberta, I just moved their small business grant program to $30,000 yesterday. Ours goes up to $45,000. And you know, if you look at the size of the grant, way bigger than all the other provinces as well. And so our goal was to make sure we had enough money to support as many businesses as can apply. And so far the pickup is promising. You know, over 60% of the applications are coming from tourism operators, which is also a good sign.